Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on BetCrafts. Okay, it's another very good Thursday morning, and we back with our predictions as usual. All right, we always look at football matches going on across the globe, and we select a few of these matches and look into them thoroughly before bringing it forward for you. Or actually look at the previous matches that they had using the results. We come up with the verdicts for each of these games that we are about to present. That's what we do on a daily basis. Even though yesterday we weren't at our best yesterday, and we are willing to put that behind us and also study this once thoroughly before bringing it forward for you. All right, and today we are hopefully going to get a very, very positive outcome from our predictions today. Okay, all right. I always urge you to remember to join our VIP special group where we'll put out games that we believe to be closer to 100% coming up successfully. All right, and we did that yesterday. And also remember that you can join our VIP from anywhere you see, look around this video, anywhere you find joining around this video, and also you can also get the link for that will guarantee you access to that very VIP group on the description of this very video. All right, and try and do that and also have access to some of those games that we put out there. All right, that being said, we'll head into the business of today, and we'll be starting today's predictions with the game in the European Championship, Women Championship rather, where we'll have Norway will be up against Iceland women. Okay, when you look at stats for each of these matches for both sides, you could see in the last 6 games for the Norway side, we've seen the winning 3 matches out of the last 6 games, and they've also had a draw, but have lost 2 matches in the last 6 games that they have so far. That's the Norway side. And for the away side, Iceland women, it is three draws as well as 3 losses in the last 6 games that they have so far. We know that they are currently at the group stage, and this is the 3rd game in the group for both sides. And we saw Norwegian women winning the last 2 matches, and they're actually topping the group at the moment with 6 points. And for the away side, Iceland women, they've not been able to win a single match. They've not even scored a single goal in this very tournament. And that tells you that this is actually the poorest side in the group at the moment. And in this very encounter, we'll be expecting Norway, who already have qualified for the next stage of the competition, to not lose out slightly here. So we expect to see the home side either winning or drawing, in this very encounter. So home win or draw and under 4.5. That's what we're going for in this very one. Home win or draw and under 4. That's what we're for that very game. Okay, and we head to the next game for today. It is also in the Women Championship, but this time around in the Women Championship in Africa, WAFCON, where we'll have Tunisia women coming up against Algeria women. And when we look at the stats for each of these 2 sides, you could see for the home side, Tunisia women, we've seen them winning once in the last 6 games. They've also had 1 draw. They've lost 4 matches out of the last 6 games that they had so far. And we side Algeria women winning 5 matches out of the last 6 games that they had. They also had 1 loss. All right, Algeria women are actually in fine form at the moment, and we could see that in the last games for each side in this very tournament, we could see that Tunisia women lost to Nigeria women in the first game of the group stage. We saw them losing out by 3-0 against Nigeria, and Algeria women, on the other hand, was able to achieve a result against Botswana, winning by 1-0 on that very occasion. So they'll be looking to do very well, to top the group. Knowing that the likes of Nigeria is actually in the group, very strong side. Okay, so we see the away side here who have done very well. But even though the last time they met, we saw them playing out a 2-2 draw. That was in last year, April. But here, judging by the form of the Algerian side, we expect our away side, Algeria, to do very well in this very encounter. So we are going with the away side winning, Algeria to win outrightly. That's what we're for that very game. Okay. And we head to the next for today. It is in Europa League qualifying match where we have Sabah of Azerbaijan will be up against Saudi of Slovenia. Okay, when we look at the stats for each of these matches, already you see that the Sabah, the home side, have actually had 3 victories and 3 draws in the last 6 matches that they have so far. And the away side, on the other hand, Saudi, winning 3 games and 2 draws. They've also lost 1 match the last 6 matches that they have so far. All right, when you look at how these 2 teams fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Sabah, the home side, is a side that actually won 4 matches from home. They've also lost 5 games in the last 10 home appearances. We've seen them losing 1 out of those. Okay, they had 4 wins, 5 draws, as well as 1 loss in the last, 10 home appearances. So the away side, Saudi, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 7 victories in the last 10 away games and 3 draws. They've not lost a single match from away. That tells how strong this side have been in recent times. And the last 2 away games, we saw them winning, heavily. We saw them defeating NAFTA by 6 goals to 1 from away, and also we saw them doing that against Copa by beating them by 4 goals to 0 from away. All right, this is a side that does so very well, and here, even though there are no records of head-to-head meeting between the two sides, but we definitely expect Saudi to not lose here. So we expect that we side winning or drawing, and yet we're going to see under 4.5. So away win or draw and under 4.5. That's what valid for that very one. All right, and we head to the next, which happen to be the last for today. It is in Europa Conference League qualifying match where we have SJK of Finland, coming up against Key Class Finnick of Iceland, rather. So when we look at how the two teams fared in the center, matches, we could see that SJK have had 4 victories out of the last 6 games, and they also lost 1 and as well as 1 draw in the last 6 matches that they had. And we side that Key Class Vic is a side who actually won 6 matches in the last 6 games. They've won everything that they've had so far. A very good side. In the center. Outcome. All right. When you see, look at how the two teams fared from home and away perspective. You can see that SJK is a side that have actually had 6 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses. All right. And the away side Key, on the other hand, haven't lost any single match in the last 10 away games. They've won 9 games in the last 10 away matches. They've also had 1 draw. It's a side that does so very well. Tells you that they do so well. The score in every match that they had from away, averaging 3 to 4 goals per match, for their away side. And the home side, SDK also scored very well. The last 10 home matches that they had, I've seen them scoring. They're also averaging 3 goals per home game. That tells you that this side, they know how to score, both teams, and we expect to see both teams scoring here. And it is a go BTS, both teams to score. That's our value for that very one. All right, and that concludes it for us today on Betcraft. We wish you the very best of luck and hope your ticket goes green. Remember to play responsibly, as these are football games. Sometimes may not be exactly what it presents. All right, tomorrow is another day. Definitely we'll be back with our predictions on this very channel. Remember that the remainder of these matches will be in our VIP special group. Find always find a way to join our VIP so that you get access to these games as well. All right, we'll be back tomorrow, but until then, keep winning.